first graders, welcome to our math video today. You're going to need your worksheet that says combinations and story problems. Yours is front and back, so this is the front and this is the back. So you need those papers and you need a pencil, and that's it. So let's get started. We're gonna start right here in this sort of square looking thing. So this part, we're making combinations to 10. And they've given you a few numbers over here to choose from, and then they have a place for you to write an equation on the other side. Now, I don't want you to get tricked. You have 3 numbers, but you're only going to use 2 of them. You need to find the 2 that combine to make 10. Let's look at this first problem. It has a 3 and a 4 and a 7. And we need to think of the 2 that go together to make 10. So I want you to take a look at these numbers here and look to see, can you find 2 numbers that go together to make 10. Oh, I see some. I see this 3 and I see this 7, and I know that 3 and 7 make 10. Some of you might be holding up your fingers right now and showing 7 fingers and noticing, look, 1, 2, 3 fingers are down when I hold up 7, and so that means 3 and 7 make 10. So when you write it in the equation, it's going to look like this. 3 plus 7 equals 10. Now, my friends, on this page it says that sometimes you might not have all of the numbers that you need to make 10. You might not have 2 numbers that go together perfectly to make 10. And so if that's the case, you're going to use the number that is the closest. What if I was looking at these 3 numbers? I see a 7, but I don't see a 3. So I'm looking for a number that's kind of close to 3. Do you see one? Oh, 4. I can put 7 and 4 together to make 11. That's very close to 10. It's just 1 away. 7 plus 4 equals 11. Not quite 10, but as close as I could come with the numbers that I was given. Now let's look at this bottom section. This time, instead of making 10, we're going to try to make 20. 20 is just 2 groups of 10. So here's our first problem. We have 17, 3, and 12. And we need to put 2 of these numbers together to make 20, or as close to it as we can get. Wait a minute. These numbers are reminding me a lot of those last numbers that we used. We used a 7 and a 3 to make 10. Do you see a 7 and a 3 on my whiteboard? Wait a minute, there's a 7 right here in that 17, and here's a 3. What would happen if we put the 17 and the 3 together? I know that 7 plus 3 makes 10. Put that teeny tiny down there. And then look, I have another 10 over here. There's a 10 in the 17. Another 10. Oh, and I know 10 plus 10 makes 20. So I can circle these 2 numbers, 17 and 3, and I can put them in my equation to make 20. Now friends, on these making 20 combinations, if you're not seeing patterns that you recognize, like Mrs. DiBertolo finding that 7 and that 3 and putting the 17 and the 3 together to make 20, if you're not quite sure of that yet, you might use our counting on strategy to see if they fit together. So you might hold 17 in your brain, 17, and count 3 more, 18, 19, 20. And then you know that 17 plus 3 makes 20. You can use that counting on strategy to try out different combinations. It's called guess and check. So you can guess 2 numbers that you think might go together and then check to make sure that they do, and then write them over here in your equations. Okay, go get to work. I'll see you when you are back and ready for the other side. Okay, welcome back. This side of our worksheet has some story problems. And so I'm going to read us the story problem, and then we'll think about some strategies that we might use. Okay, let's do the first one. Let's think about the first one together. Rosa had 14 shells. She gave 3 of the shells to her sister and 4 of the shells to her brother. How many shells did Rosa have left? Show your work. I chose to draw a picture of the shells. Now, you'll notice my math drawing is just a quick drawing. I didn't really even draw shells. I just drew circles, and there's 14 of them. I organized them so that I had rows of 5. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So now I can show what happened to the shells. She gave 3 of the shells to her sister. So I might circle 3 of the shells. Those are the ones that she gave to her sister. And 4 of the shells to her brother. So I'm going to circle 4 more. I think I'm going to circle them up here because there's 4 in a row. So I've circled my shells that she's given away. And I might even just put a little cross over them. Because Rosa gave those away. She didn't get more shells. She gave them to someone, so she has less shells now. And so now my job is to count how many shells does Rosa still have. And then I can write that number. Welcome back, friends. I'm sure you did a great job. This next problem says number 4, but what they really mean is challenge. This is a challenge problem. So I want you to really think in your brain about how the rest of this page has gone for you. If it's been really easy and quick to do, then I want you to keep going. If it's been just right, I want you to make a choice with your grown-up about whether or not you want to give this one a try. Maybe you're going to be a little bit brave and try it on. And if this page has been a little tricky for you, I want you to stop right here and send a picture of your work to your teacher. Okay? All right. If you're feeling like you want to keep going, let's do it. Jared has 5 coins in his pocket. They are worth 18 cents in all. What coins does Jared have? Show your work. Ooh. So we're really going to need to use our knowledge of money for this one. So a helpful thing that you might decide to do is to go and get some coins so that you can look at them. Okay, I brought my piggy bank, so I've got some coins to show you. I want to remind you how much each of those coins are worth. This big one here is called a quarter. A quarter is worth 25 cents. Itty bitty guy is a dime. Dimes are worth 10 cents. This slightly bigger one is called a nickel. Nickels are worth 5 cents. And this orangey copper colored one is called a penny, and pennies are worth 1 cent. Let's think about our problem again. Jared in our problem has 5 coins and they're worth 18 cents in all. Now I'm thinking about this big coin, this quarter, and this quarter is worth 25 cents. So can he have any quarters? 25 cents is more than 18 cents. So he can't have 5 coins in his pocket if he's got one of these guys. That's way too many. So I'm going to put that guy back in my piggy bank. Okay, let's keep thinking. He's got 18 cents in all. 18 cents. So what about if he starts with one of these, a dime? Dimes are worth 10 cents. Dimes are worth 10 cents. I drew it on my whiteboard with a 10 in the middle so I can remember. Dimes are worth 10 cents, and he's supposed to have 18 cents in all. 18 cents. So he needs 8 more cents, doesn't he? So he can still have 1 dime. Pretty good so far. And he needs 8 more cents. Maybe I'll use my next biggest one. I'll have 1 dime, and then maybe I'll add in a nickel. A dime and a nickel. Can you think about how much these two are worth? We have 10 cents and 5 cents. And 10 plus 5 equals, yep, 15. There we go. A dime and a nickel, and he's got 15 cents total. So 15 so far, but he needs 18 altogether. Wondering how many more cents he needs. Here's his 15. We want to get to 18. So I might use some tally marks to count on from 15 to 18 and see how many more cents does he need. Let's think about this. 15, 16, 17, 18. How many more cents does he need? Ooh, can we make those out of pennies? Pennies are each worth 1 cent. Well, I could draw a circle around my ones to show 3 pennies. Does he have 5 coins altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did it, friends! He has 1. I'm going to show you with the real coins. He has 1 dime, 1 nickel, and 1 2, 3 pennies. Jared has 5 coins all together. There they are. Nice solving, friends. Way to go! Nicely done with math today. If you got coins out, make sure that you put those back where you got them from so that you didn't make a mess with your math. And then please send your math paper, both the front and the back side, to your teacher. They want to see all your hard work. Great job today, friends. We'll see you next time. Bye!